Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Bill Akers Baseball Complex here in Highland Heights, Kentucky, as you're listening to NKU North Baseball, thanks to the Northern Media YouTube page. Today we'll be bringing you the series finale and the final regular season game of the year, and of course NKU's Baseball Senior Day, as the NKU North will host Youngstown State Penguins. Got a pretty solid eye at the plate. Shaneyfeld is off, and there's a double steal, throwing down to second, and getting past the shortstop. Shaneyfeld going to come home. Shortstop trying to make a play, and will not get there in time as Shaneyfeld scores. 5-2 ball game for the North. Here comes the pitch. Payoff. Swung on, hit hard, sharply down the first baseline, past the diving first baseman and Shannon. Miranda will easily walk into second and be stopped there. Great leadoff double right there by Gabe Miranda. Hits sharply down the first base line. There we go, and the pitch. That ball's ripped hard and going to be through the gap. Likely going to score at least one. Shaneyfeld is going to deliver it. Cut off and thrown over to third. Go, he's in there. Oh, no, he caught him out. He caught him out as he slid off the bag.
Wait, hold up.
No, he caught him out. Slid off the bag, held the tag down is what you're supposed to do. You're not fighting it. Coach isn't fighting it. Don't, hold on. Coach.
He's going to
Coach
talk about
Tony V coming out. Trying to decide whether he wants to review this or not. Waiting to hear from it. Looking back. Looking back. Seeing if he wants to review this. Taking a little bit of time, so we're going to hold off on the break just to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Tennessee pitcher's staying. Yep, the offense coming out. It's like this is going to be a review.
So, yes, he slid off the bag. So we will take a quick break. The run did score, so it is 7-5. Vols leading, going to the top of the eighth. And the power of the lineup getting close as Brennan Rowe will lead off with Tyler Shaneyfeld and Logan Davenport coming to bat. We will be right back at the break. 3 innings are in the book, and we're moving right along to the 4th inning. We've got a 3-2 ball game here today as Oakland has 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and the Norths have 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. What's your thoughts so far, Jamison?
I mean, I think the big story of this game is just Foster's pitch count. Through 3 innings of work, 11 batters, 13 batters faced, he's thrown 56 pitches. As
that first pitch is hit hard in between the second baseman and shortstop. Not even close to where I was trying to say it. And the leadoff hitter will get on base.
But yeah, no, I think the big thing for right now for NKU, for Boster, is you've got to keep your pitch count low, but obviously you don't want to be throwing one pitch hits either. So
Carter Hayne now stepping up to the plate, and again having to work out of a semi-early jam here. Pitch delivery, off-speed pitch. Doesn't really have control of that today. I hate to say it and pinpoint that, but a little bit off.
And I will say, I'll add on, Oakland's pitchers also up to 60 pitches throughout the game today.
Again, deliver at home, and that looked like strike 1, and it was a strike on the outside corner earlier in the game. Now ball 2. Count now moves to 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, especially for Boster right now, seeing that be called a ball is just kind of devastating in a way because you need to get strikes. Really not being thrown that many, so.
Breaking ball loses control there, and the count now moves to 3-0. Fans trying to give him a little bit of pep talk. Go get him, Boz. Got to bring a strike here. And he does.
There we go. And it looks like for the batter there, that was just take all the way, make him throw a strike.
Which, as you mentioned with the pitch count, that is something I would be doing. Get him up, get to the bullpen, which has been pretty solid for NKU this year, but did have to use 3 yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see who they can go to as he does strike 2. And Pollock gets the runner again for the 4th time this series, throws the runner out at second base, which is not what he's known for.
No, not at all. And I think, a big thing is now you go from 3-2 count, guy on first, no outs, guys off base now, 1 out. So
very nicely done there. And Pollock is delivering behind the home plate as that is strike 3 swinging. And very quickly from a runner on first, no outs, there is now 2 outs with nobody on.
Yep.
And stepping up to the plate is Aiden Shuck.
I will say one thing that worries me about this bullpen, if we do have to go to it, is the two guys who kind of like get saves into the game, guys, with Aaron Massey and Evan Fry, both have been used already. So if it's a close game at the end, I'll see if NKU goes back to them or goes to somebody else.
As that is a first pitch strike on the outside corner.
Big.
You know, we were talking before the game. It was a little bit interesting that NKU did not throw their ace this weekend, Caden Ekman. Could the thoughts be to use him in Tennessee?
See, here's the thing. Obviously, it's a big game. You're going to be going to an SEC school. Want to do the best you can. But right now, you're in a race with Wright State trying to win your conference. And no hate, obviously. You beat Tennessee, it's big. At these grand scheme of things, it matters more come Horizon League tournament time, making it that way.
That is fair enough as the count now moves in what says 1-2, but I believe it's 2-1.
Yeah. I will say, though, there was, I don't know how much you follow other college baseball. There was some wild Tuesday games last Tuesday with Northwestern State run ruling, LSU, and a bunch of other stuff going on. So
just had to say that one right there. As that is a strike on the inside corner. The count now moves to my favorite, 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 2 outs in a 3-2 ball game.
Back-to-back innings with your 2-2-2.
Bosser looks down at his wrist. Set to deliver. Deep breath. And he gets hit hard, but diving play by Shandy Fell. Throws over and makes the play. Beautifully done there by NKU. And what looked like could be a problem with the first runner getting on is no problem at all. 3 up, 3 down as we move to the bottom of the 4 in a 3-2 ball game. Oakland leads.
Welcome to North Bench Warmers Podcast. My name is Joshua Northcutt, and now the North Bench Warmers Podcast will be all about interviews. So we have a special guest joining us today, Austin Elmore, Rick Broering, Dan Horde,
Dizzy Payton.
From the news desk to the play-by-play booth, Dan's career in Cincinnati has earned him numerous awards and Hall of Fame inductions.
Since he took over in 2021, he's turned the program into a strong contender in the Horizon League, leading the North to their first NCAA tournament in 2024.
You've probably seen him, or heard his voice, I should say, over the radio, talking some NKU basketball, calling NKU basketball. You probably know him from Cincy 360 and may have been able to listen to his podcast, Ball Don't Lie. Austin, thank you for joining us. The first question, obviously, the big hire, Richard Pitino. Have you been able to sit down and talk to him or interview him at all since he was hired?
And then you mentioned, obviously, like baseball's always been in your blood and a thing that you enjoyed. Who are some players maybe you looked up to or wanted to be? Like, I think the one thing about baseball is we all want to be that guy. We imitate the batting stance or whatnot. So who are some players for you?
I have a question from a listener, Timmy. He said, UC basketball has struggled to miss the tournament every year since Mick Cronin left in 2019. So Timmy asked, what do you think made Cronin so successful during his time at UC that maybe other coaches haven't been able to replicate? And do you have any fun stories or memories that you can share of Mick?